let's get right into business. The reason that you are not manifesting is not because you are unworthy. It's not because you don't want it enough. The only reason, not the only reason, but the primary reason that you have not yet achieved your desire and are living that thing that you so dearly desire is because you're lazy. Oh, it's a hard one to hear. I almost feel bad saying it. But then again, I know myself. And I know first and foremost that when I do the work, I get the results. Jason Mraz has a wonderful verse in his song, Life is Wonderful. And it says, it takes some work to make it work. It takes some good to make it hurt. It takes some bad for satisfaction. But anyways, it takes some work to make it work. The reason that we are not manifesting is not because we are unworthy, right? It's not because God or the universe or your inner being or nature doesn't want you to have that thing that you so earnestly desire. And it's not because you don't want it enough. It has nothing to do with any of that. It has to do purely with the fact that right now you are not in alignment with what it is that you want. And so you say, well, Zach, I have a job, I have kids, I have family, I have to work out, I have to be on this bike. We got to do our cardio together, right? We got to do our cardio. We've got to keep our bodies healthy. We've got all these things. And I say, yes, I agree. But the reasons that we are not manifesting the things that we so earnestly desire is only because we're lazy. We're not doing the work. And so what is the work? The work is vibrational alignment. And what is vibrational alignment? Well, it's taking 10 minutes and visualizing your desire. It's a deep faith, right? That things are working out. It's taking the 20 minutes a day to meditate, to empty out all the noise and the chaos in our minds. And I know that this is true because personally, everything that I've ever truly wanted has shown up for me. Right? I've got right through that. We're in the garage right now, but right through those doors, I have the most perfect woman that I could have ever asked for. Got this awesome house. Got a great car right outside the garage door. I'm very happy, very joyful. But all those things came to me, right? Showed up in my experience as a result of my allowing them in and of my alignment with them. That's the work. The work is alignment. But you are saying it's too hard to meditate. When was the last time you journaled? Well, I journal, but I usually talk about the things I don't like. Okay. Well, when was the last time you did something for yourself? Well, I have too many things to do, so I can't possibly do them. I have work, and I have to do this, and I have chores, and I have to do this. I say, okay. It's not that the thing is, it's much harder for us to paddle upstream away from our desire than it is to just let go. That is the biggest thing with being human. We are constantly reminded that we have to earn something, or we have to want it so deeply and earnestly. You already want it. That's why you're watching this video. You already want that thing. You want the health. You want the wealth. You want the relationship. You want the home. You want whatever. You want to be free of this disease, this illness. We all want these things. And guess what? The reason you want them is because your soul, your inner being, God itself wants it for you. What you seek is seeking you. What you want wants you. You say, well, if it wants me, why isn't it showing up? Man, I ask that all the time. If it wants me so bad, then where is it? It takes two to tango. It takes some work to make it work. You, in your beautiful extension of the divine, of God, You must incorporate the processes to help it manifest for you. You cannot, like we talked about in our last live video, you cannot get 100.1 FM if you keep tuning your tuner to 91.1 FM. And then you say, well, why don't I? Man, I would really rather listen to some pop music right now or top 40 hits. Why do I keep getting jazz? Nothing wrong with jazz. It's just that right now, you're tuned to jazz. So what do you do on your radio dial? You change it to 100.1, and then you get top 40 hits. Simple as that. The tuning is up to us, right? The radio frequencies, they exist. The channels, the radio stations are playing the music that you want to listen to. The universe is playing the music that you want to listen to. The problem is that you have tuned yourself to a frequency that is not on the channel that you really want. You are not hearing the music that you want to be played. It's not the radio station's fault that you won't tune to it, right? It's not your inner being's fault. It's not God's fault. It's not nature's fault. It's no one's fault. It's not even your fault, right? No one's at fault here. It's that it's your choice. It's that it's your opportunity to recognize, all I have to do is change my tuner to 100.1 and I get the music that's playing on 100.1. And you say, Zach, it's a very nice analogy. And I say, well, it's not my analogy, so don't blame me. That's really Abraham Hicks' analogy. But it's a perfect analogy. And you say, well, how does meditating, Zach, put me on the right frequency? And the answer to that is when we meditate, we let go of the thoughts that are putting us in 90.1. Our natural byproduct, hence the reason it feels so good to go to sleep and when we wake up, is that release of thought automatically brings our vibration up to where our source, where our inner beings already are in existence. When we let go of thought is the most powerful thing because thought is the trigger. It's the driving force behind all of this, behind all of manifestation. And you say, well, also, what about emotion? And I say, well, the emotion is an indication of where you are, what station you are tuned to, right? If you feel really good, your emotion says, I feel really good. It means that right now, your thought is in direct alignment with your inner being. If I feel really bad, it means my thought is now very far away from where my inner being is on this exact same topic. If you feel less bad, less poorly, it means my thought isn't that far away, but it's still not in alignment with where my inner being is on this topic. If you want to delve more into that, you check out Abraham Hicks and you get the whole gamut, or you check out the book Asking It Is Given, and you get the whole explanation, the whole shebang of how important your emotions are to communicating to you where you are in relationship to where your inner being is, where the things that you so deeply desire already exist. So, per our last conversation, right, you get to accept, all right, well, right now, I'm on 90.1. Okay, I'm on 90.1. So, what is it that I can do? If I don't know what I can do in that moment, we practice the surrender. We let go. We, as Abraham Hicks would say, you get general. But when you practice the surrendering to the moment, and you go, all right, well, I've chosen, I didn't kind of realize it until just now, but I am on 90.1. I'm on the jazz station. I don't want to be there. I want to be in 100.1, where I'm having a lot of fun listening to top 40 hits. So let's just stop using that analogy. Let's say 90.1 is illness and 100.1 is health. Is the complete healthy body state. So right now I recognize I'm ill, right? My body is, there's some disease that is manifested, or some illness that is manifested, or some unwanted condition that's manifested. I'm on 90.1. And you say, well, Zach, I can't seem to be able to really tune that tuner to 100.1. I can't see myself in my mind as being fully healthy. I don't know why. I say, okay, that's understandable. Been there. I totally can see that. And so my suggestion is to meditate, right? To still your mind, to let go, to surrender to the moment, to just be and feel your breath. In that experience, we are fully letting go of what is, and we're allowing our biochemical processes to change. We're allowing our neurosynapses to change. We're releasing the attachment to what is, what the doctors told us, what the diagnosis was, 90.1. We're releasing our hold to that vibrational frequency. And we're letting ourselves, our minds, our bodies naturally move up to where the inner being is. And the inner being is always, this is the one thing we have to remember. Inner being, your inner being is always, always, always in the space that you want to be. Our inner beings are always exactly where we want to be. And so that game is learning to let go enough through different processes. You could go and take a walk in nature. You could listen to beautiful music. You don't just have to meditate. But we first surrender because we release the restrictions, the attachment that we're holding to the illness, to the disease, to the problem. And we're allowing our bodies and our minds to naturally drift up to where the inner being already exists. The inner being, right, what you want wants you. Your inner being is calling you forward. Your inner being is trying to draw you in as much as you are trying to draw in the desire, the manifestation for yourself. There's this dual nature, this multidimensional nature to who we are and to our desires. And so, the meditation, exercising, going out in nature, petting your animals, any of these things of just letting go of the thoughts of the mind, allow our inner beings to draw us, our minds and bodies, into the experience with them so that we achieve that vibrational alignment, and then we manifest that thing that we want, right? It has no choice but to show up. And so the work, you gotta do the work to make it work. Our laziness, I can say this for myself, my laziness hinders me more than I like to admit. My inability to put the phone down, my inability to stop distracting myself with other things, it hinders my ability to go into my room, quiet myself down, and ask myself, how would I feel if my desire were present now? When I'm able to do that for myself for 10, 20, 30 minutes, shoot, even I like to play a little music next to my head. And when I'm able to do that, and I'm able to really, after I've let go and surrendered, I'm becoming a deliberate creator in that moment. And I am consciously envisioning myself, visualizing myself as having already achieved the health or the finances or mostly it's the health for me. When I'm able to do that, my body begins to change within a few days. Takes a little time, right? Physical manifestations, slower vibrationally than we can call it the soul, the spiritual. So it takes a little time of holding us down into that vibrational state, right? That feeling of joy, that feeling of excitement, that feeling of even hopefulness, right? Hopefulness is an alignment state, frequency. And when I go there, then voila, things start to change. Doesn't mean that I get it immediately, but it does mean that things begin to change. And as my mind begins to become aware of the things that are changing, I can feel myself going, I feel a little bit more hopeful. I feel a little bit more positive. I saw this person or this video and that person had a difficulty, we'll say a cardiac issue, and in their 40s, I'm only 30, but 38, and now they're in their 70s and they're doing great. That's my indication, right? I have to recognize those situations that is the universe, that is my inner being saying, hey, just get back on the path, right? Find that vibrational alignment. That's the path. Love and joy, per our last conversation, is the path. Love and joy is always the path. Once we get back on that, those things will start to show up. But I can't keep blaming the universe or God or nature or other people for me not having the manifestation, the desire that I want. I can't blame them for that because they don't get to influence my vibration. Sorry, gotta stand up. We gotta take our little halfway break. They don't get to influence my vibration unless I allow them to, right? I am the one I'm influencing my vibration. Even when I allow others to say things to me, to act in ways towards me, what that's saying is that I'm just allowing them to affect my vibration, whether positively or negatively. And that's okay. I get to take responsibility for that, right? So accepting that we are being lazy, that we are not doing the work, is okay. It's just part of the path, right? It is just part of the path of understanding. Right now, I can take 20 minutes to meditate. Right now, I can take 20 minutes to listen to some beautiful music. Right now, I can take 20 minutes to create some music. Right now, I can take 20 minutes to go out in nature and smell the smells as the season change, and I can feel the cool air, and my hands can turn a little purple well, they don't look that purple right now, but usually they're more purple, right? I have the opportunity to do these things and stop distracting myself with other tools, i.e. social media and things like that. It is a problem. I go through it all the time. But that is the reason that we're not manifesting. We're not able to hold ourselves into that vibrational place long enough because we keep getting distracted for the manifestation to show up. It takes some time. There is a time gap. There is this manifestational time gap where we need to hold the vibration long enough because our minds are so erratic. The monkey mind, right? It's always jumping from tree to tree, from thing to thing. And that's okay. But that is why we have to do the work in the form of meditation. We need to understand how to direct the monkey, to allow that monkey to jump, but to understand that I have deliberate control over what this does, what happens in here. The way I begin to see the world is the way the world will show up for me. That is the law of attraction. That is the secret to spiritual traditions. I have the opportunity, I have the strength, I have the willpower to direct my mind, but if I'm not practicing that, it weakens, right? If I don't practice that muscle, if I'm not on this bicycle for 30 minutes a day, guess what happens? My heart doesn't heal as effectively as I'd like it to. My lungs begin to atrophy. My body begins to change. It begins to get weaker. And so, that is what our minds do. If I don't train my mind with meditation, by recognizing that I can step away from the repetitive thoughts, the ruminating thoughts that are happening in there, then I'm just going to keep creating from the external circumstances. Right? The external circumstances are going to keep showing up, right? It's going to affect how I see the world, and so then the world shows up for me that way. And that's okay. It's just that you're watching this because you want to be a deliberate creator. The reason that you aren't manifesting, I hate to be rude, it's just you're not doing the work. Are you meditating every day? Are you meditating sometimes twice a day? If you don't have enough time to meditate for 20 minutes a day, meditate for an hour. That's an old Buddhist joke, I think. Take the time to recognize that you are more powerful than you realize. I listened to a guy the other day who was talking about, I think it's called the documentary called the Age of Disclosure. I haven't seen it yet, but just listening to the creator of it. And he met a man who met an alien, And the alien told this man who was retired, older guy, lived alone, and said, "You humans don't understand your potential. You don't even recognize your potential." When I heard that, it was like God speaking directly to my heart saying, "You don't even recognize your potential. You don't even see how powerful you are. And you keep forgetting that you are mine, right? You are mine. That you are me in expression." We forget to see ourselves as divinity manifest. But if we saw ourselves as divinity manifest, something just happened. Oh, my watch, that was weird. We keep forgetting that we are divinity, we are gods, we are, right? Know ye not that ye are gods. It came from Jesus. But do we not know ourselves as the expressions of divinity? We keep minimizing our ability to impact this world. We keep thinking, well, who am I? I do it all the time. Who am I to talk to you guys? Well, I'm somebody who's overcome 2 battles with childhood leukemia. I've overcome a blockage in my heart that would kill other people, hip replacements, arrhythmias. This body that you see on the screen, hate to toot my own horn, but it is pure divinity. It is pure resiliency. This body is resiliency in form. And your body is the same. Your body is, you are God. I'm going to do a hype video now. You are God. And the reason that you can't manifest is because you've forgotten that. You've forgotten that you are an extension of source energy, of spirit, of the magic of life. Non-physical and physical. You've forgotten that. And because you've forgotten that, you suffer. Buddha said, the reason we suffer is because of this attachment, right, to change. But not only that, it's because we've forgotten that each moment holds joy and bliss within it. Right? There's joy and bliss in every moment. And the reason you suffer is because you don't see that. You keep seeing the missing tile. You keep looking for what is not there. Why would you do that? Why would any of us forget? Right? Part of the reason of being human is forgetting that we are that, right? Because there's so much power in recognizing that you are an extension of this non-physical consciousness, that you are an extension of God. And the Christians can disagree, and they can argue, and they can feel unworthy. And that's okay. It's not that you are better than anybody. It's that every child of the divine is divine. The DNA that is inhabited from your parents is your parents. You are expressions of them. What a beautiful thing to understand. I am this physical expression of these 2 people that came together in unity. And now I get to be here. And they are expressions of those 2 people before them, and those before them, and those before them. What a beautiful, but yet, in the beginning, there was, we can say the Big Bang, there was one single little atom, and that atom exploded. And so we are all remanufactured ideas of this one atom that is split into, I don't even know if they can count that, right? The atoms that are making up your body, watching this right now, come from the one atom that exploded. The soul that is within you, the soul that you truly are, and we're not even going to say that's within you, the soul that is your true nature, the inner being that is your true nature, is an extension of the one infinite consciousness we call Source or God. It may sound flowery, it may sound floofy, but as you begin to have more experiences of that, and you begin to honor that within yourself, there's a reason you feel powerful when you remember that. It's because you've aligned completely with God, with your inner being. You've aligned with the Source. You feel power. You feel this upliftment when you go, yes, I am divinity. I have so much inner power. I have so much strength. I have so much resiliency. I'm capable of all things. I am capable of all things. But I am capable of all things with the awareness that I am an extension of that infinite consciousness. Of myself, I can do nothing. The presence that dwells, the spirit that dwells within me, he doeth the works, or whatever. You can change the spirit to whatever word you want. The spirit, the infinite nature that is your dominant essence, that is your eternal essence, is there, reminding you of that, not wanting you to allow yourself to give up, right? Man, the amount of times I've wanted to give up in my life, whew, leukemia number 1, leukemia number 2, bone marrow transplant, hip completely dissolving pretty much, AFib, testosterone depletion, the blockage in my, the heart, the coronary artery blockage. Man, the amount of times I just wanted to go, again? But then, as we've talked about from our previous live videos, from that eternal place, from that spiritual essence space within us, I am reminded, I don't say it, but I hear, yes, Zach, and this too. Yes, this is part of your curriculum. This is part of the journey. Let it strengthen you. Let it help you become more free. Let it help you become more open. Let it help you become more kind and caring and compassionate. Yes, and this too. It hurts. It sucks. It's terrible. You don't want that for anybody. But allow yourself to say yes, and this too. And I will seek for something more as a result of this. Yes, I will accept this moment for what it is. I will accept it for what it's showing me. And then I will also go further. And I will say, thank you for my teaching. Thank you for my lesson. Thank you for my curriculum. Now I will go forth and I will create anew. I will go forth and I will create that which I am wanting, because my inner being is drawing me naturally towards that. And so I get to surrender, and I get to have such strong faith and trust and belief that I am going to be guided along the path, and that I get to go joyfully skipping along that path, jumping and dancing, doing my thing until that manifestation shows up, because I know that I'm destined for that. I know that that is my destiny in this physical life. I know that I desire that so deeply because God himself, herself, itself wants that for me. What I seek is seeking me. What I want wants me. That's true power, right? That's true awakening. That just excited my heart up to 142. The reason that you are having such a hard time manifesting is only because you've forgotten to do the work. And that work is inward. You don't have to earn it. It's not that you don't want it enough. It's that you're just forgetting to do the work. So do the work. Go play. Go dance. Let go. Take some time to imagine yourself as already being there. Take that 10, 15, 20 minutes. Listen to some wonderful music. Put yourself in the space of already being there, of being that healthy, abundant, joyful, whatever it is that you want. Put yourself there. Just play. Play in your mind, right? Be childlike, not childish. Childlike in your perspective, right? Expect wonderful things to happen for you. Don't allow the hardships of physical reality to keep pushing you back away from your divinity, away from your spiritual understanding. Life happens. Physical reality happens. That is our opportunity to say yes, and this too, thank you. Thank you for my gift. Thank you for my teaching. It helped me understand where I was. It helped me understand how I've been thinking, how I've been acting, my beliefs, how I've been feeling, right? Thank you. That helped me so much. Now I get to go forward. I get to change that if I want to. If you don't want to, good. Stay where you are. If you want to, you get to change that, beginning with your thoughts. You change it with your thoughts. The emotions arise from those thoughts. And then, once you've changed those thoughts, you get to go play. And you get to surrender. And you get to remind yourself that I have more power within myself than the world can even understand. There's so much potential. There's so much power within you. There's so much power within every single person you see. When you see that person hurting, feel for them. My heart goes out to you. I feel with you. Compassion. I give you all of my love. And I feel that with you. And then I get to recognize, and also you are so much more powerful than you could ever possibly imagine. You are divinity in expression. You are source energy. You are God. You came forward wanting to remember that. That's why you've watched this video. You came forward wanting to embody that and wanting to be the deliberate co-creator. You wanted to play the game. You wanted to have the experiences. And so here you are with this beautiful opportunity. So get off your phone. Turn this video off because I'm going to stop. We've made it to our 30 minutes. Turn this video off and go visualize. Go walk. Go play some music. Go feel some vibration in your body. Go do some yoga. Pet your dog. Oh, I just kicked my tripod. Tell that person that you care about, that loves you so deeply, that you love them. Journal about some things that you're grateful for. Feel the gratitude filling your body. Feel that gratitude for all the things in your life. Everything. The good, the bad, the in-between. Feel it all. And then see what happens. Begin to recognize the changes that show up in your life. I can promise you it will change. It's changed for me once again. And that's why I'm sharing this video with you. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. I love you so much. Until our next video, be well. Remember that you are divine. Remember that. There's so much power within you. You have so much strength. Eternal grace, right? Eternal grace. Source itself wants this for you. Doesn't have to be egotistical. You get to surrender, right? But recognizing there's a beauty, there's a grace in recognizing that you are God in expression, that you are source energy in expression, and that you're going to surrender to that energy moving through you. Whew, that's powerful stuff. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Go do your work, do your processes, be in this moment, experience it all, and look for all the wonder that is going to show up in your lives. I love you. Until our next live video, be well, my friends, and I will talk to you soon.